Boom.
Trigger.
Too much advice. TMA. It's said that men are from Mars and women are from Venus, and K-Poppin wants to help lessen the gap between the two worlds. Everything on love every Friday with our love professor Christian in the studio.
Hola, señorita. Hola, Isaac. Hola.
How are you?
Good. I'm ready to kill this love.
Yeah, it's getting worse because even last week, like, we had to just dump the guy.
Yeah.
And, it's just every time we have any hope for love, Chris just decides to...
I'm a bad tiger.
kill it for us.
I mean, I have to be realistic, though. That's what I'm here, to give advice and to not make you make another mistake in your life. That's what I'm here. And whatever. I cannot finish my sentence.
Well, I mean, you're obviously in a good mood because you don't have a penalty this week.
Oh my God, you have to see, like this morning when I was awake, I could hear the birds singing.
In the middle of winter.
Yeah, they were singing.
As winter is coming, you could hear the birds singing.
Yeah, exactly. I was making my breakfast and singing, like dancing. It was such a fun morning for me. What about you?
My morning was good. Yeah, I mean, it was fun.
It was fine. It was okay. Like, you heard the birds singing?
No. Yeah,
it's gonna get better. Don't worry. I mean, if you can actually overcome today's punishment, because last time was kind of a failure. If you can overcome it,
So my penalty for those of you who are just watching, last time I got this penalty, the exact same one. Mm-hmm. This is what we do with our penalties. Mm-hmm. When we use a penalty and it was used, like, the no penalties or pushing on somebody, we take them out for at least 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And then we put back in.
And
but why is it the week that we put it back in?
Oh my God. Well,
I got it again.
I guess that's just destiny trying to give you one more chance.
No, it's proving how bad I'm at Korean. It shows how bad I am at Korean.
Let's see how much you improved Korean in 3-4 weeks. Are you gonna be fine? Don't worry.
I butchered it last time though, because he was giving me things to say in Korean. So what my penalty is for today, ladies and gentlemen, is I have to speak only Korean, and he has to he gives me descriptions for something, and I have to say it in only Korean without using because in Korea we do have a lot of English. Why is Popcorn looking? Popcorn, you're not supposed to look at Christian. You're supposed to look at the camera.
He loves me, that's why.
I know he loves you, but
yeah.
He was in
last time we had words like 핸드폰, right? And you couldn't think as
전화 거는 기계.
No,
I could say just 전화기.
No, but it's not describing it, but it's just make a word for it, like 무선 전화기, for example, right? Yeah.
I suck at Korean. So, ladies and gentlemen, my entire career was demolished one time when I was doing this. And Chris had a beautiful run with it.
Yeah.
So I told my staff that, we do have a hammer to come in because Chris, you're supposed to hit me later.
Yeah.
I hit it.
Yeah.
So our assistant writer right now is running around the Arirang Tower.
Oh my God.
Trying to look for it.
Oh wow.
Because I hit it.
oh, okay. My God, that's just such a bad person, that. That's gonna make you have some double punishment.
No, it's not. No,
if she cannot find it by the end of this episode, you have double.
She will. Don't worry. No, it's okay.
You have double punishment.
Okay. So today we do have to dive into our segment as always. It looks like we've got the girls. A guy need to knowing a little bit about, the girl situation and all that as well.
Some confusion.
That, and I feel that we've kind of talked this about before, but it's in a different content.
It was.
A little different content. So, Chris, are you ready to do our segment for today?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do this.
I really love my girlfriend, but what I thought was cute habit when we started dating has become a bit of a problem.
Hey, honey. Good morning. I'm calling to wake you up. When you go to work today, you have to wear yellow. It's your lucky color for today. Also, your horoscope says to be wary of accidents, so do not drive to work.
Okay. Anything else?
Do not talk to a Gemini. A Gemini is to emotionally strain you today.
What? I mean, that's crazy. I'm so busy to talk to anyone. How do I know if that person is a... don't worry. Bye. I love you. Every single thing I do is based on horoscopes and blood types. Anything or everything superstitious.
It's not my superstition. We got the superstitious girlfriend. All right, so the choices for today is just say okay and kind of just forget what the girlfriend is saying. Just be like, oh, good. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, baby, I love you. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, I'll call you later. Okay, bye. And then we have B, which is try to act out a situation so that you can kind of explain to her that superstitions are just superstitions. So it's like literally like acting out. Like you make the situation like, I don't know, like you step on a crack.
Like you cross
under like a ladder
yeah.
and you break a mirror. You know, you do something to show that.
Well, what if actually something happens though? Like you go down the ladder and then something falls and then it hurts you and it's like she's gonna be like, I told you, like I mean let me choose first. Let me choose.
Okay, yeah. Let's
Or
go
you wanna
first.
choose first?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna just say okay and forget what she says as a punishment to you, my fellow male friend, because you knew this was coming.
Wait, what?
You knew this was coming from...
This is so extreme. Why all of a sudden?
You knew this was coming from the moment you started dating her and thought that kind of behavior was cute at first. You knew she had those kind of behaviors and she kind of thoughts and superstitions in her mind from the first time and you thought it was cute. You thought it was a cute habit, my friend. Now deal with it.
It's his
Live
fault.
with it. It's your fault, my friend. You wanted to have this. Now enjoy it. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it might sound a little bit like, like harsh
It's
or
extreme.
something. Extreme. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Just deal with it. I mean, you knew it was coming.
Okay, so you're just going to have to deal with it in your own way.
Right.
Just kind of let things go as it is. Oh, I will good because I was going to actually say to try to like convince her, like, make a situation to just kind of prove that superstitions are superstitions. And I feel that it's, I'm not that superstitious of a person. When I was younger, just to like deprove superstitions. If somebody was just like, don't walk under ladders, I'd be like, look at me, I'm walking under a ladder. And they'd be like, don't step on cracks. I'd be like, look at me, I'm stepping on cracks. I was one of those kids.
Okay.
Whenever they're like, don't let a black cat cross your path.
Yeah.
And I would be like, kitty, come here, you're so cute. And then I would run to my mom because I had an allergy, allergic reaction. But I mean, I think that I was going to show B because I feel that when it comes to superstitions, I feel that for this particular significant other, for the girlfriend, it might be a coping mechanism for something else. So, like just looking at horoscopes and stuff like that, yeah, those are fun. I mean, getting like a tarot reading or something like that, like these are fun.
I used to look at them when I was in Mexico too.
Exactly.
And I'm not a big believer, but
exactly. I mean, they're just
them,
fun. When you want to try to get a conversation started with somebody, like we even talked about this last week with Descendants of the Sun, like, blood types and stuff like that. We have these fun stereotypes about certain, like, even if you're not following zodiac signs, Leo is always going to be a very fierce person, a very difficult
Gemini
person.
talks a lot.
Yeah, Geminis talk a lot, and we're very two-faced. Virgos are perfectionists. Yeah, like there's those stereotypes, and
there is.
It's fun if you take them lightly, but I feel that the girlfriend here
it's dominating her life.
It is. And there's, I think, something lying underneath that. Like maybe she was like me, you know, like she was that person that like, oh, you know, nothing's bad's going to happen, but maybe something bad really did happen. And now that kind of pushed them to be superstitious. Or maybe it's just a lack of not knowing any better. So if your mom or your grandma was a very superstitious person in the house, maybe they, you know, whenever they walked in and out, they would like spray, like, you know, throw salt over the shoulder. Or like, you know, they would do things, say things, which I know like a lot of grandmas do that.
Yeah, they do.
And then like they're passed down to mama, and then, you know, they can be passed down to daughter as well. And so I'm thinking here, maybe she might not know better.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. And I totally understand what you're saying. And I will probably go with the same choice as you if the relationship was on an early stage.
Oh, so you feel they've been dating for a long time?
Yes, but
Okay.
the problem, I don't think the problem is she believing in superstition. The problem is he living a lot of time since the start of the dating until the point that he cannot stand it anymore. That's the real problem here.
Okay.
It's not she. You cannot change her anymore. You let her be the way you... So if you want to change her suddenly, she will have so many, you know, like 상처. She will be like...
She'll be hurt.
Yeah, she will be hurt. Because why do you want to change that from me that you used to think was cute? You used to think was okay. Why do you want to suddenly change it? And then they will have fights. They will have problems and everything. So I think it's too late to even try to change. He needed to be honest, and he wasn't. Or maybe he was, you know, like love blinded, and you couldn't see what was happening, happening. But yeah, say okay, man.
I just
Enjoy.
realized.
Yeah.
Are you guys seeing this? Chris's bangs are a heart.
Oh, they really?
I think Chris did his bangs on purpose.
Because I'm the love doctor. It was a concept today.
I'm glad I told.
Yeah.
I said something about it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I said something.
I thought nobody was noticing. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're just gonna kind of build on this today. I feel that I have a little bit more to talk about this, especially I didn't expect Chris to be this hostile of a response. It's like, dude, you made this situation. Deal with it on your own.
Yeah.
I didn't expect his reaction that way. So, I mean, he is going to be going for just say okay and forget what she says. I'm going to just be going out. Like, maybe try to teach her by showing her like a situation kind of reenacted.
Right.
Kind of prove to her that these things like do not bother you in any shape or form. So I want to kind of tap up on this a little bit more after the song break before we learn some Spanish and English and Korean. But let's take a quick song break, and then we're going to come back and state our purposes just a little bit more. We've got Genkiz on the track with Honey, Honey, and more of our teammates coming up next. Alrighty, so we continue on with our TMA as Chris is in the studio. He's our love professor who kills love every single week.
The love banks professor.
So today's choice is Christian is going for just say okay, and he's kind of being a little coarse with our male listener. And forget what she says, as a girlfriend is extremely superstitious. And for me, I'm saying that, I mean, if your girlfriend's superstitious, try to act out a situation and explain to her, kind of teach her why this is not necessarily something you need to be completely hung up on.
I need to be more strict. We need to be more strict with these persons that are sending us cases, because we did this for
Love is tough.
Love is tough, and we did.
And he's killing love for me every single week.
We did for more than a year, and this still having these kind of problems. We need to be harder with them.
We need to be harsher with them. We need to be more blunt with our listeners. Okay,
this
more
is what's
realistic.
happening.
So we're going to be learning a little bit of Spanish. We're going to be learning a little bit English, a little bit Korean coming up. So we decided that in part 2 for today, as we learn a little bit more of these languages and kind of try to bridge over the barrier between all these different languages, we're going to be looking at a drama that for me, myself, I tend to stay away from.
Oh, wow.
Because unless I have subtitles, I too, I take a pretty good pride in my Korean. doesn't
we'll see a little bit later.
I can't speak Korean.
We'll see that a little bit later. Don't worry.
So, I can't speak Korean, so I need subtitles for dramas like this because I don't understand like the old way of
speaking. Yeah, it's so hard. It looks so hard. Like it even makes me think, do we have those kind of dramas in Mexico as well, like telenovelas? And we kind of do.
Okay.
We kind of do, but it's like, like when we used to like ride horses and that kind of era. But as in my perspective, I don't think it changed that much, the Spanish. But in Korean, it's so different. The way they speak, the way they end the sentences, the way they express, and the way they write and everything is like, Chinese characters based. So it's like, I can never understand.
Yeah. For me, I would have to say like the closest I can think of it is like comparing Shakespeare to English now.
Okay.
Like that's the only thing that I could kind of think of.
Good comparison.
Because if we think of like Westerns in the US, it's not far back it's not far enough back in history for that to be considered.
Right.
Because a lot of these dramas that we call saguks are like based from eras ago. Like when we're talking about like dynasties here.
Right, dynasties, yeah.
So we're not just talking about like, the
colonies,
close like colonies and like, any of that. We're talking about like dynasties, eras.
Really far away.
So to honestly say that we have that in transcript and to kind of be able to go back that far, I think it's also pretty amazing.
It is cool, yeah.
Yeah,
it is cool.
for the language itself. But it's not going to be too intense because Kurumi was not that. Kurumi 그린 달빛, Love in the Moonlight with Park Bo-gum and Kim Yoo-jung was not too hard. When it comes to the amount of old Korean that was used, or that like dialect of Saguk that was used, it wasn't really used too harshly.
Okay.
But it's a really sweet scene that Park Bo-gum gets kind of jealous. And he's a king, by the way. And so you would, in any situation, in any Asian drama you watch, when there's a king, you don't talk back to a king.
Yeah, you never do that.
Yeah, in any era, European, Asian, if you're not even supposed to look at a king straight in the eye, but Kim Yoo-jung does.
Yes.
So who do you want to be today? Do you want to do what we did last week where you were Song Hye-kyo?
I think I'm fine.
Or do you want to do...
I think they're fine too. I think for Park Bo-gum will be the better option.
Park Bo-gum will be the better.
Yeah. I'll just go with Park Bo-gum today. Maybe next week. Never know. Never knows.
Maybe next week I'll have to just be a guy too.
Yeah.
It might be like two guys in a dialect and I have to just be a guy. You never know. Or it might be two girls.
Oh, that'll be interesting to see.
That would be fun.
Oh, let's get some two-girl paper. For next week.
Girl and girl dialogue.
I like it. Like some fight.
Like a fight with...
Let's get some fight here. Yeah,
so
let's
we can
get
do
some
telenovela.
fight. Girl to girl. I like it. Yeah.
Like from like the world of the married.
Oh yes. Wasn't it Escape Castle?
Sky Castle?
Yeah, I think also
we
had
can
some
have a
kind
lot
of
of
scenes
female
like
and
that.
female dialogue as well. We can get really intense.
Let's get some fire in here.
We've been going too sweet for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, this love thing. I don't.
You are love doctor.
I'm a love doctor, but I want to fight sometimes too. Love has fights too. It's never like everything beautiful.
Chris, what happened in the span of 1 week? From last week to this week, you're very angry.
You see my dark clothes? New season, new me. I'm going to get dark. This season is going to be dark, everybody.
Last week, you're really wide and pure and innocent and happy. This week, you're yelling at our listener for getting themselves into it. You want to fight with me in the... Okay. You have to be Park Bo-gum and you have to be jealous, but not like angry jealous.
Yeah,
Don't
just
scream
like,
at me.
Okay.
I'm gonna cry if you scream at me. Okay?
All right.
So let's get started. We're gonna try to reenact this drama. So let's do this.
잘하는 짓이다. 다른 사람이랑 어깨 두르고 Looking good. Having your arm around someone else, huh?
감나무에 올라가 감을 따려다 그만. I try to climb the persimmon tree and
다신 다치지 말아라. 명이다. Don't get hurt again. That's an order.
누군 다치고 싶어서 다칩니까? I mean, do you think I wanted to get hurt?
아무한테나 웃어주지 말고 이것 또한 명이다. Don't smile just to anyone. This too is an order.
싫습니다. No.
싫어? No? 왕의 말을 고역한 벌이다. Your punishment for disobeying a king.
Chris gives some deep kisses.
That was a deep kiss?
That was a really deep kiss, Christian.
You're a bad girl.
No, you're
You
supposed to be,
disobeyed the king.
but you're like, that was pretty intense.
Oh my god.
I was kind of curious as how you were going to do that.
Yeah.
I was kind of curious how you were going to play that out.
Oh.
Okay, so a peck on the cheek is that intense from Christian, so just remember that.
Like, even in this dynasty, this wouldn't work. I don't think it would work, like in the drama, like...
It's a drama.
Yeah, I know, it's a drama, right? But, this is your punishment for disobeying your boss. Like, nowadays, if you do that, you go to prison because you have to go to prison. No one in his sane mind will ever try to attempt this. Like, in this dynasty...
But he's a king. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And in any dynasty, a king was able
right.
to do whatever he wanted.
Right. But that's so cheesy. I mean, even for the king, it's so cheesy.
You know why it's so cheesy? It's because it's popcorn. That's why it's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
If anybody else did it, it would have been against the law and girls would be extremely upset. But it's popcorn.
If there was another king doing this after himself doing that, he would be like, what I just said?
What? What do you mean?
What I just did here. Yeah. Oh my God.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so I honestly had to change something in the translation. I don't know what we're going to be learning for today, but like last week, there was a translated part that I had to change because there was no way to do it in English.
Which one?
잘하는 짓이다.
Oh.
Looking good. So in Korea, 잘하는 짓이다. It's like, it literally translates as you're doing a good job, but
Right.
it's being sarcastic.
Exactly.
So because when you say this, it can be in many different situations. Like for this, Park Bo-gum is trying to grab her attention
Right.
by sneering at her because he's jealous right now. But like moms and dads can do this to their kids, like mom, you came home with a broken arm. You were playing with your friends on the playground. You fell. You have a broken arm. Mama's mad. She's upset. She's sad. Lots of emotions are going on. And she's probably like, 잘하는 짓이다.
Yeah.
Looking
Like,
good.
look at that.
Look at that. Look at that.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
One more time you did it.
Yeah.
Like it's a sarcastic thing going on.
Yeah, so it's sarcasm. And
Yeah.
there's not a lot of sarcasm in Korea, but this is one of the ways
There's
to do it.
not at all. In Korea, there's no sarcasm. Like, I even tried it once. And I was
Doesn't
like,
come out the same.
yeah. I tried it and I was like, oh, wow, 왜 이렇게 맛있어요? And they were like, I know, right? And I was like, no, I mean, it's not like
guess
맛있어요.
no, yeah.
Like, it's not delicious. I was being sarcastic and they don't get
They
it.
don't get
They
it,
don't
yeah.
get it. Anyway, so you hit the right spot because today's phrase is 잘하는 짓이다.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
wow.
Yeah. So 잘하는 짓이다. 짓 comes like it's like the action.
But it's not. This in itself is a negative.
It has a negative connotation, right? Like the positive one could be 행동, for example, or like the neutral one. But cheat, it has a little of a negative connotation, and I think that's why you can tell a little bit it's kind of sarcastic.
Yeah, because 나쁜 짓 is normally where we would use this the most.
Exactly. But if you take 나쁜, that negative, what is it? 형용사, which
action?
Means... No. Adjective. Adjective. And put a good adjective before that word, it becomes kind of confusing.
Right, because 잘하는 짓, like we said, 짓 is normally used when you do something bad. 나쁜 짓. You never say, last week you were saying 일.
Right.
Yeah, so 나쁜 일. 좋은 일.
좋은 일. Yeah.
So 좋은 일 would be a good deed or a good work, but 나쁜 짓 it's not 나쁜 일. It's 나쁜 짓, which is kind of weird. So they're like two words that are completely different. So 짓 already is a negative.
So it's basically saying, oh, what a good bad job you did. Kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was like, what? So if you change it to English, you choose to express it as, oh, looking good, because it has to have the sarcastic feeling as well.
That too. And also, like, if this was maybe like we were talking about earlier, like, congratulations, or, like, to be that kind of sarcastic. Like, if somebody broke their arm, if this was another situation, I think I would have been like, congratulations. Good job. Because in the States, we would be like, good job. When it's really an actual compliment at times, if said sarcastically, is 잘하는 짓이다. Exactly. Good job.
And I think Spanish is one of the most sarcastic language
ever,
because we use it a lot, and there's kind of a magic when using it that sounds so good and so pleasant. So this expression in Spanish will come from the image that you're watching something and you're like, oh, look at what a beautiful scene I have in front of my eyes thing. Oh. So you will say, ah, qué bonito.
Really?
I swear to God. Qué bonito, it means that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's
what
beautiful.
A beautiful thing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. What a beautiful thing. Qué bonito.
Which could be literally used as, oh, qué bonito, like, oh, qué bonito. Which could be literally like, oh, it's so pretty.
Let's say you see a little dog and, oh, qué bonito. Yeah, you can use that. But if you change the tone and qué bonito, qué bonito. So you can use it in different ways.
Okay.
First, qué bonito.
Okay.
Second, qué bonita.
Oh, yeah.
And you probably realize when it's going to be used. Qué bonito, when you see a guy and he got busted, right? And you, qué bonito. A phrase my mom used quite a lot to me. Quite a lot.
I think sisters would probably use this quite a lot too.
Yeah.
It's like they come home from school, mama has la chancla and she's yelling and like, ay, qué bonito. And then go up into their rooms.
Yeah. Qué bonito. For example, like I used to love one Mexican fruit a lot. And I eat it before my mom even washing it. Like she came from the market and I secretly grabbed the fruit and started eating it. And then one day I got busted sick by my mom. Not sick, busted. I just got busted. I was in the middle of eating it and then I heard, ay, qué bonito. And my mom used to say, mira nada más, which is, oh, look at this. Mira nada más.
Mira nada más.
And if you combine these two expressions, oh my God, you are a native. You're a native.
Okay.
If you say, mira qué bonito. Mira nada más, qué bonito. If you say that,
Okay.
That'll be
qué
such
bonito,
a natural
mira
way to
nada
express.
más.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, other than this kind of a sarcastic phrase, since you said that you feel that Spanish is such a sarcastic language.
Yeah.
In other words, because this is a significant other situation.
Right.
So, Chris, if you and I were dating and I said, oh, qué bonito, mira nada más, for a certain situation where I caught you doing something. Like you were doing a video game at 2 a.m. in the morning when you said you were going to go to bed or, would I use this tone with you, or is this more of a tone that I would use as somebody who's older, like a mom to a son?
No, we can use it on everyday situation. Doesn't matter.
Significant other, friends. Parent, I would never say it to parents.
Qué bonito, papá. Pa. And you get to,
Ay, qué
you wake
bonita,
up
mamá.
you will wake up in the hospital that the next day. That's gonna be crazy. Yeah.
Ay, qué bonita, mamá.
Qué
And then
bonito,
she
yeah. You'll never say that. And the funny thing here is like, I told you it was really sarcastic language, right? So when you actually want to get more sarcastic, you wouldn't even say que bonito. You will try to make something. For example, I caught you doing video games at 2 a.m. I'm not going to be like, oh, que bonito. I'm going to be like, do you want some coffee? Or maybe I can make some cookies for you right now. Like, that's the way I'm telling you, hey, I want to sleep. But we understand it right away.
Wait, yeah. I think we kind of do this in Korean too. 잘하는 짓이다.
Oh, yeah.
어떻게?
Yeah.
어떻게?
For example.
커피 타줄까?
Yeah, kind of. Or for example, like.
편하세요. You start using like formal speech.
Yeah, like for example, I'm I don't know, I'm surrounded by girls, and then I get to my girlfriend. She's like, 재밌어? Like kind of thing.
Yeah, like if your girlfriend's kind of hanging out with a lot of guys at a party, be like, 어떻게? 재밌나요? 재밌어? Yeah, having a lot of fun, right? Yeah, someone's having a lot of fun tonight. Right. Should I go home? 집에 가면 되는 거지? You know what I mean? I can go home now. All right, you don't need me anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't need me. Okay.
잘하는 짓이다.
잘하는 짓이다. Okay, so Christian, our love professor, but also our professor in language. In Espanol, let's go with Espanol today first. In Espanol, what is it?
Mira nada más que bonito.
Okay. Yeah. In 한국어는요, what is Korean?
잘하는 짓이다. Like anti-Korean. Like from old ages Korean.
And then from English.
Looking good.
Or you can even say, look at that.
You.
Look at you.
That.
Look at that.
A lot of expressions.
There's so many expressions.
Exactly.
Congratulations. All right, so it looks like we're going to have a internal voting for today for our A and B.
Okay.
I think we're going to state our stories just a little bit more after this, and I have a penalty. Let's take a quick song break, and we'll come back with more of our TMA. Stray Kids is singing 부작용, Side Effects, and My Penalty is coming up next. It is TMA Day. I'm your host, Ishak. We've got our love professor who kills love every single week.
We're ready.
Christian in the studio. He's got the, it looks like our assistant writer found the
Let's
hammer.
call it the hammer of death. What do you think?
I hid this hammer on a really odd floor in the Arirang Tower, but our writer found it.
It was found between, the door in the basement and close to the elevator. That's why it's a little bit dirty, but yeah, it was found. Let's put a GPS on this thing from now on.
So, yeah, I do have a penalty today. Last time we did this, it proved just how bad I spoke Korean. But, okay. How many questions do I have?
Okay, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a bonus one. What do you think?
Okay, 5 and a bonus one. I have 3. Okay, so here are the rules. I have to say in only Korean a word that Chris describes to me.
Exactly. It's a Korean word, we say. Like, it's a word when you speak it in Korean, but it has an actual it could have an actual meaning in Korean. So you have to change the word, not explain it. Right?
I can't explain it.
For example, how you say it? Printer in Korean.
인쇄기.
Exactly. That's the way we're doing it.
Why did that have
easy.
to be? Why did that have to be so? Why did that have to be a?
So printer is 인쇄기. That's so simple, right?
Oh my god.
Okay,
oh
let's start.
Okay, I moved closer so he can hit me better.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes.
Okay. First one.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 10 seconds for each.
Oh, 10 seconds for each? Oh, I have 10 seconds. Okay.
10 seconds. And it's going to keep going down. Okay. Internet. 10. 9.
Oh my God.
8. 7.
무선.
5.
Oh,
무선. 3. Okay.
통신?
What is it? I thought you were swearing to me. I thought you were swearing for a second.
통신, 이동통신.
Okay, next one.
Okay, what is... Okay, next one.
Bluetooth. 10. 9.
무선.
3. 2, 1. Why everything has to start with 무선?
무선 is no line. 무선. So no line. So Bluetooth is a
무선,
it's a handless.
무선 전송기, like transmitter, like could be yeah. Okay.
I suck at Korean.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you can get this one. This one is quite simple.
No,
now
it's
you
not.
have 8 seconds.
Okay.
자, 스캐너. 1, 2.
인식기? I don't know.
스캐너 참 어렵네. It's a little bit hard. Scanner. Okay.
인식하는
인식 복사기. No,
it's not 복사기 because that'd be a copywriter.
Right. Well,
I was hoping it would have been 복사기 because I was gonna be like 복사기. But
okay.
scanner?
Scanner. No. Okay, we have the next one.
Oh my god.
Channel. Channel. That's a shame. Channel, it's kind of a easy one, isn't it?
What is it then?
Okay, next
Christian,
one.
what is it? What is it in Korean?
Channel?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's your homework. It's not mine.
You don't even know the answers.
Okay. This might sound like English, but it's not the way they say it in America. So you have to change it in Korean. Right?
Okay, so I have to make it the Korean
version.
Okay.
Ready? Morning call.
That's what it is in Korean.
That's English though. You have to change it. No, the original is wake up call.
Oh, it's wake up call.
It's wake up call.
Oh, so you wanted me to change it to English?
In Korea, no. In Korea, they say morning call, but you have to change that to Korean.
Oh God.
You see how complicated is this?
Oh, this is so complicated.
Okay.
Is that the last one?
No, this is the last
Oh,
one.
this is the
I'm gonna give you.
I suck at this
I'm gonna
game.
give you this. This is the last one I'm gonna give you.
Please, later down the line, can Christian get this? So I want to see how good he is at this because I'm gonna give him the exact same words so he can do this.
I'm gonna give you 10 seconds. I mean, you might get this one. I'm hoping you will get this one.
Why can't we go back to 인쇄기? Printer.
Last one, okay?
Okay, what?
Golden bell.
금종.
No, that golden bell. When someone pays.
금종.
No.
Golden bell.
No. Not that golden bell. I'm not talking about actual 황금종. No, I'm not talking about that bell. I'm talking when someone actually pays for it. It's like, oh, golden bell. You know that one.
I don't know.
You
that
don't
one.
know that one?
I don't know that one.
How come
I don't
know?
speak Korean. 나 한국말 못해요. I can't speak Korean. Obviously, I can't speak Korean.
We're cooking.
외국인이에요. Oh my God. Is that it?
Yeah, is that it? Did a great job.
I never get
Great
these
job.
right. PD님, I'm sorry. I'm gonna just retire now as DJ. I don't speak Korean properly. I can't Korean.
So fun.
Okay, so Chris, we need to do the countdown to
Yes.
find out who's gonna do the penalty next week.
10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
0.
Okay, so to A and to B for today, for our story about superstition, we did a survey roundup for our people here in the Arirang Tower. So all of our staff outside, everybody
Oh, wow.
got a chance to choose. And the percentage was
Dun, dun, dun,
60%
Ooh,
to 40%.
Wow. Okay. So there was like one vote that was different. Kind of. The feeling is that.
So 60% of Arirang agreed that A should win.
Was that me?
Yeah, that was you.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I wanna thank Arirang TV. Are you sure you want me to mix it? Okay. Mix it and you can. Oh, there's a lot. Okay. You got it. There. Oh, there you go. Oh.
Okay, this one.
Okay.
Why is it long?
Let's see what's gonna be your
Why is it long?
punishment this time. What is it?
애교 3종 set. 3 levels of 애교 and cuteness.
Burn this. I don't want this coming out again. I'm scared of this thing. Let's burn this. I don't want this coming out again ever again on this show. Oh my God.
I love my listeners. I do. We're going to see you back in December. Because next week's going to be...
Yeah.
As we sign off for today, we are coming to the end of the show. Queen Bee is saying, get out of the studio because we are over time. So 5 Dolls is taking us out of the studio with Dak Iro, First Soulmate. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Chris will see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.